Clyde Helaire got hurt this season, and what backup running back on the roster could rush for over 400 yards this season? And would there be any interest in free agents Latavius Murray? I'll let you go first.
Right. I personally believe that Amani Bailey would be my pick as the guy to be able to come in and rush for 400 yards. I think he could do it. His skill set, the way he can get up to speed. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but I think his burst is good. I think he's got decent. No, he's better than Isiah Pacheco when it comes to turning. We'll just say that. He's not the best in the world, but he's better turning than I think Isiah is, and he's a capable player out of the backfield. So I think he's somebody that could rush for 400 yards in this offense. There's not a ton else other players on this roster I think could do it, which is concerning, and that's the big reason Ryan and myself and tons of other people in Chiefs Kingdom are concerned with the running back room, and we're all kind of just waiting for Jerick McKinnon to come back and sign right before training camp, because that feels like that's what's going to happen. Personally, Latavius Murray is like a slower Isiah Pacheco, very upright, physical runner. He's much better pass protection though. So maybe if you don't have Jerick McKinnon coming back, he piques your interest because of what he can do as a pass protector. I think he's a much better short area back too. A short distance back, not short area. Those are two different things, two very different things. So that's my opinion.
Well, I agree with you. I'm going to stay if it's on the roster, and I just don't know if they're seeing enough out of Deneric Prince to make him the third guy. It feels to me like Reese Zammit is going to be on the roster because of the return thing. And so the question becomes is when would he be able to pick up some load out of the backfield? I don't know. I tried to take it slow and keep the training wheels on for him in terms of my expectations. But just through OTAs, and again, it's just OTAs, folks. Let's not be guilty of overreacting to them. But it sure feels like he's going to be on the roster. And does that mean he's learning faster than I thought he would? Possibly. And could he do that in the backfield? That's possible too. Mm-hmm. You like Bailey. I like Steele because I think people are still giving him – they forget he had 850 yards rushing last year at UCLA. I mean, he can be – a power back. He's not a shifty tailback, but he's not just a fullback either. And so if it came down to it and everybody's hurt, you could have a 1-2 punch if you went to a little bit more power. It's just that I don't know that it's going to hit the 400-yard mark depending on when it might happen. So my question is, who gets cut? I think it's going to be a veteran guy, and if it's not Jet, like you said, the day before camp, is somebody get cut during camp that they're like, hey, we're gonna pick you up, give you a shot at a ring. That's kind of where I'm at.
That's the only thing I can think of right now, because again, it's a lot of youth and inexperience behind Clyde and Pacheco. That's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And Steven's got another one in here. Thanks, buddy. With Darren Waller's retirement, should Kelsey give him a call? I heard he knows someone who can help with his music career. What do you think of Waller? Because I think he's pretty washed.
Darren Waller released a music video and then retired from the NFL. I think we all need to understand how serious about playing football at this point he is. It's not. He's not serious about it. He doesn't want to do it anymore. And fair, good for him. Go off and do what you want to do. Zero chance that I want to see Darren Waller play in the NFL this year for the Kansas City Chiefs. None.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. And I didn't know about he put out a music video. I was unawares. I was north of the border, folks. Sorry. Do you think that the new kickoff will be about seeing which kickers are best at skipping the ball off the turf before the return team touches the ball? I think it's going to be a huge experiment. Maybe that's the way that it goes. The whole two receiver or two deep back kind of thing, like I'm just not sure who's going to put some kind of weird wrinkle on it. And honestly, I don't spend my nights thinking about special teams. That's Dave Tobe's job. But if somebody's going to come up with something, I'll bet you it's going to be Tobe. Trying to think of who else around the league. Do you have another special teams coach that you think is like super crafty and creative that we need to watch?
John Harbaugh, who's, the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens for a reason. I think that he's going to have some things up his sleeve as well. But personally, if I'm Dave Tobe, I'm kicking it as low and as hard as I possibly can, and hope it just careens off someone's face and you just get it. That's what I want to do. I'm going to aim at somebody and I'm going to hope it bounces right back to my return team. That is exactly what I want to do, because if you don't get the ball to dribble down from like the 10 to the 5, basically it's a punt. This is now turning into a punt off of a tee. That's what this is. So you have to train to kick the ball high and be able to spin backwards. This is no longer, you don't want it anywhere near the end zone. You want it to come out and stay inside. But, you know, there's a lot of different things you're going to have to do. But if it's for me, I'm kicking it as hard as I can at somebody and then just, you know, seeing what happens, because it might be at the 35 anyway. If it goes out of the end zone,
so
it's basically the 35. No one wants that. Yeah. Yeah. Have some fun with it. Okay. We're probably going to also see a lot of squib kicks. I think that's also going to be the next wrinkle. It's going to be more squibs in terms of trying to get that down there to stop before it goes in the end zone.
That's how I'm seeing it as well. Caroline, nice to see you. Congrats on the new role, Dan. I'm glad you made that announcement. That's going to be awesome for you.